Hello and welcome to another live broadcast. Thanks for joining me. An unannounced live, and whoever can join me live today will benefit, if they wish, from a free session with me. Today, I'm thinking of helping you, assisting you, those who would like to find out more about discovering those inner child blocks or inner child wounds which are blocking us in our present time, in our present life, and they are blocks or limitations to our abundance and our well-being. So welcome. I'm broadcasting from 3 different places. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Kathy, Michelle, Christine. So there are some comments. I think if you are watching from my group, the Akashic Records Readings and Healing with the Sacred Codes, I can see your comment, but I can't see, the system is not letting me see who is writing to me. I can only see, I think, who is messaging me through my page. So do share the love. I'm broadcasting in 3 different places, from my YouTube channel and my Facebook page and my private group. So to start with, as you are kindly share, make sure you also heart or like this live. Is a free service available to you, but either you are watching live or in the replay, even if you come up with me for a private session or not, I feel you will highly benefit from these sessions as you are watching other people, because we can all relate. Many of us go through the same things, and I think that will also be helpful to you. So even if you share it, tag at least one person or share it to your page or any groups that accept this kind of sessions, I would appreciate. I will send you a link. You can join me live. If you want to be coached on finding out, pinpoint those blocks of the inner child or the inner child wounds, I can help you with that. I will send the links. And if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. You can remove the camera aspect of it, but I do need you to come up live so we can have a direct communication. All right. So in this also group, I wanted to respond to a couple of questions that couple of my members from my group have asked me. And one question was, how do I find my inner child wounds? So this process will answer this question. The other question was, let me just get to it. Back from the beginning. Give me a second. I want to go from it. Basically, it was asking, if there are subconscious beliefs blocking healings and also other blocks in your way, how much role does relaxing play in clearing these internal blocks and resistance? So from experience, it's very important that either you do your own healing or someone else is providing healing to you. The persons who, both the person who's offering the healing and the person who is receiving the healing, they need to be in a state of optimal giving and receiving. So the more you are relaxing your mind and your body, the more you are dropping the defenses that you have, the resistances that you have towards the healing. And most of them, the resistances are not only conscious, they are subconscious. So yes, relaxation plays a great importance in the healing. So I hope you can hear me and see me okay. Give me a thumbs up. It's telling me that I can't post comments to some destinations. So I will need to share the link. And if you're watching from YouTube and my Facebook page, you should be able to see. Hi Lola, thanks for letting me know. So I am posting the link. So if you're watching from anywhere else that you can't see in the comments area my link, then I would suggest you go to my page, Positive Change Academy, and find the link there. Okay. So thank you very much for joining, hearting up, thumbs up, where you're watching from. Thanks, Kathy, for letting me know. So who would like a bit of help in finding those inner child blocks or wounds to well-being and abundance? You have to click. If you're having it, you're clicking, you just follow the instructions. You don't have to download anything. You just give permission to StreamYard to access your camera and your microphone. And I will receive a notification that you want to come on, and I will bring you on. So just follow the link. Also, those of you who would like to come up, make sure that you are in a quiet environment, you have good internet connection, and no one will disturb you. So Lola, just click on the link which I offered above. Thanks everybody for joining. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Dina Sadoriniou. I am an Akashic Records expert, trainer, and healer, a visionary artist, author, and speaker. And today I'm offering this free sessions coaching of inner child. So guys, for you to be coached, you need to click on the link and join me here live. Whoever wants, I will receive a notification, which I haven't yet. If you're having any difficulties logging in, just let me know. So since till I'm seeing someone joining me, many of you said that you want to. Okay. All right. So Rashi has joined. So just click on the link and then I will bring you in when I'm done with every person. Hello, Rashi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Where are you watching us from?
I am in India.
Welcome. I have good connections with India. I lived in India for years.
Okay.
I was following a spiritual group there.
Okay.
Okay, so inner child wounds. So my question to you is, why do you think you have inner child wounds?
Because I feel I was having a very difficult childhood. My mother used to be very sick. So I never really learned to speak up for myself. I would just take everything because sometimes you were living with cousins or relatives or you were at someone else's house, and you had to learn to adjust to everything, and you could never tell if you had a problem at school or something. So I feel somewhere that has continued with me not being able to speak up for myself, or
So what's happening now in your life? What's how is this manifesting now?
this is manifesting, I think, in my relationship, because I'm very used to taking up things. Even if I feel bad, I'm not really able to speak at the moment, and it keeps getting collected, and it mostly comes out in outbursts. Like if my husband, if he's coming late, or he's drinking a lot, or he spends most of his time with his friends. So, even if I feel bad, I'm not able to express myself correctly, and I'm not able to put up as to what I want in a relationship. Somewhere I think I've become so acclimatized to the fact of accepting everything, that you keep waiting for the other person to do the right thing. And he probably has started taking it for granted. So now he says, "You never had a problem. Why are you having a problem now?
Right.
Like, you were
So
okay
you
with me
just
going out
you
with
keep
friends."
quiet till everything piles up, and then you just burst
Yeah,
out. Lola, I
somewhere
can.
it goes like.
Sorry, Lola, I can see you. So as soon as I finish with Rashi, I will bring you in. Okay, I can see you wanting to join. So hang on there. Okay, Rashi. So what will happen if you speak? What do you feel will happen
Actually,
if you
it
speak out?
started with, somewhere it was a difficult relationship. I probably had a very dominant father, and I
Okay,
think somewhere that attracted me to him. Somewhere he was so like my father, and but
your who
now that it
your husband was your like your father?
mostly the nature matches.
What was that nature?
Being, somewhere very dominating and very strict, but initially he was very nice to me. So, but it's always been a very dominant relationship.
Okay, so I want you to go back then to your childhood,
Yeah.
especially uh, if you go back when you under 7 at any point.
Yeah.
Can you remember a specific event when something happened? Maybe perhaps with your father, then, because you have picked up that this may predominantly comes from that side.
Actually, in my childhood, I was in Libya in my childhood. So my
You
father
were
had a job. I was in Libya, Africa. My
okay.
father had a job abroad. So my mother went when I was in prep, I think. Then she couldn't adjust, so she came back for a year here, back to India. So we were mostly living with my aunts and grandmother. So there also it was like, you were, because she was working. So I used to be with my cousins or my aunts. So there also, because I was the smallest one, so you always had to adjust because you were being kept by them that ways.
Okay. So, can you pinpoint then a memory that comes into your mind? So, what's coming more for you right now? Is it something with your father, or is it something with your mother, or is it something with one of your
Not with my
relatives?
father in particular, but like they had a difficult relationship. My mother was from a big family, and then she went to Libya with him, and he was very dominating. So they never really got along. So she was always crying, and she was sick, and then she went into depression.
So,
And
how did that make you feel?
I felt very alone, because then, people started realizing that your mother was sick. So if I would go out to play, kids would not play with me. They
Why?
would send me away, because that word had spread that their mother was sick, and no one understood depression at that time. So when I would go out to play, they would just tease me and send me back home. And I would not come back home, and I would just spend the time somewhere alone, because I couldn't come back and tell my mother that people are, uh, harassing me or bullying me. And I had a small brother, so even if I felt like crying at in my childhood, I would never cry. I would just come home and pretend that everything was okay. And if I felt like crying, I would go inside a cupboard and cry and then just wipe my face and come back.
Why wouldn't you show? Do not to upset your mother?
Yeah, because she, anyways, was very, she had become very sensitive because she couldn't. In Libya, you had no cell phones, no phones, landlines at home also. So she couldn't talk to her sister, she couldn't talk to her mother, and she was very isolated. So she couldn't connect to anyone, and she had become really sensitive because my father had a lot of anger issues. He was very loud, so she would never speak up for herself, but that made her go into depression. She was mostly scared, and she would not put up anything. So when I was a child, I used to feel as if living with two separate people who are living together, but they hardly interact with each other. And you
So you
would
felt
just try to,
split.
yeah, so you couldn't make any conversation. Then I started having problems in my studies because my mother would was sick, so sometimes I would not go to school. Then I had work pending. I would not complete my classworks or my homeworks. Then this started in school also with the teachers getting angry with you and punishing you because your copies were not complete, or you were asked to stand in a corner in the class, or the teacher would ask to
Okay.
show your copy to the entire class
So
because you've
how did
not
that?
done your work.
How did so there are many. You're actually you're ready. You have many memories to deal with, right?
Yeah, a
So
lot
I
of
want
that
you to
comes
have
up.
understanding. Yes, to come out. I want you to understand. Go through. Um, what was going on? Okay, my question is: whilst watching your parents being in this kind of a relationship, and what
I
you have,
somehow feel like somehow I'm replaying the same relationship. Me and my husband are,
yeah.
somewhere he never understands. He has never tried to. His friends, his partying, his social life is always very important.
Okay, back to my question: is how did that make you feel? I
I
want you
felt
to tap
very
in.
lonely and I
Yeah.
couldn't speak to anyone. And I felt responsible for my brother because he was very young. So I was always trying to protect him.
So, what other emotions besides that are coming up for you? As you tap, can you pick up one memory of that?
I wanted to go invisible that time. I remember, I think somewhere the one memory that is very bad of school time was, I had not done my work and I was very scared of my maths teacher. So I knew she would scold me, and she knew my father personally also.
Hmm.
So I went and I hid in the bathroom because I didn't want to face the teacher because she would always make me stand in the class and insult me in front of the entire class and always tell me that she'll go and tell my father.
Okay.
So I
So,
bunked my class and I hid in a washroom. And then I was scared I would be found. So I went into the boys' bathroom thinking that they'll not look for me in the boys' bathroom. And I just wanted the school to get over so that I just could go home.
so you felt fear.
Yeah, I was very scared. Even if I would see anywhere, if I would see my teacher walking by, I would just go and hide behind some car or something that,
Okay. So you felt anxious.
yeah.
You felt nervousness.
And I was never able to speak what I felt. Even if I was in India with my cousins, I could never tell what I wanted to eat, what I wanted, because I would have to eat whatever was given to me. I would wear whatever clothes were given to from my
So how did that
cousins.
make you feel?
I felt, as if they were always pitying me, that they would make fun of me. What kind of socks are you wearing? Because by that time my mother had gone into depression, so the clothes would be dirty. We would not have too
Okay.
much good
I
things.
want you to focus more because these are just meeting sessions, right? I want you to focus
Yeah.
more on the emotions because this is the important thing. That's why I was asking you. I want you to focus on one event. So you felt rejection.
Yeah, I felt rejection. I felt as if, I was invisible. No one noticed me. No one acknowledged me, whether it was my cousins, my parents.
You felt you are not important.
Yeah, as if I was just not there, everyone would talk, everyone would pass things, and they would just bypass me, whether it was gifts, whether it was food, whether it was candies, and you were supposed to be just okay with it. Even if they were eating fruits for that matter, they would
So
just open big bag.
if you were to speak, what would happen?
Because I was at their mercy. My mother was sick, and I was supposed to be there till the night, till my father would come and pick us up because we had no place to go.
If you were to speak up,
There was no
what
one to
would
speak. I couldn't tell my mother because she had completely gone into depression, so I couldn't go and
Mm.
tell her anything. And my father was not very good terms with my aunts. He was forced to leave my mother because she couldn't stay alone at the home.
So you
So we
felt
were,
even if you spoke, nobody will hear you. Nobody will pay any
yeah, there
attention
was
to
no
you.
one to tell anything. I couldn't tell my aunt that you are being bad with me. I was too small.
Okay. So you felt
Um,
also you felt
yeah,
worthless or unworthy.
yeah, and I just wanted to disappear. Most of the times, that was my fantasy at the time. If someone would ask me, what do you want to be? I would be like, I want to be invisible.
So you felt humiliated.
Yes,
Do you feel angry?
yes, most of the times.
You felt frustrated.
Yeah, everything.
You felt helpless and hopeless,
Yes, and I felt very unwanted, as if you were forced upon them.
unloved.
Yes.
Did you feel insecure and vulnerable?
I was very vulnerable to them because, I had to ask for everything.
Okay. Any other feelings that come up from these memories?
I just felt very helpless. I didn't know what to do about it. And
Yeah.
always there was a brave front because I didn't want my brother to feel the same. So I would just cover up for him, telling him it's okay, and always pretending to be happy for him so that he did not feel the same.
So did you feel abandoned?
My mother was there emotionally as such, but she was not the kind who would speak up to anyone for anything. If you just went and told her anything, she would just hug you and just keep you with herself, "Ki it's okay, just." So it was mostly all around her. You were never, what you wanted, what you did not want, you would never say anything because it was always about her, what she wanted. If she wanted to
So
go
you
to her
felt
sisters, we would
neglected.
go. Yeah.
Neglected. Right. So I think you have pretty good clear understanding of the things that didn't go well in your childhood, and
Mm.
you have a pretty good understanding of how is this affecting your now time. So what we tend to do if we are having some major issues with our mother or with our father, if we have not found resolution
Yeah.
through them, and those memories of our younger self freezes in time, and energetically are just with blocks, becomes like a seal of block.
Yeah.
So we tend to attract people and relationships that there will be replay similar scenarios in our life, with the hope that this time it will be better. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you're pretty much aware of that, that whatever you're experiencing in your present relationship is whatever you are replicating with the experience that you have had as a child, predominantly with your father.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to go to all these different experiences that you have had with the various people in your life. And I think you know, and deal with these emotions that now that have come up. So the reason I was asking you, go and find, and whatever I'm saying now with Rashi, whoever is listening, you also need to, if you follow the same questions to yourself, then you can have the same kind of understanding. So that's why I was asking. Now, how to find the block? Go back to when you were a child with your father. Bring up a memory if you can, as earlier as possible, where you experience that authoritarian, dominating, strict nature of your father, and tap into what your younger self is experiencing. Then go and find a memory with your mother where you felt all that neglect. And go find also a memory with your peers where you find all that experience of being ridiculed or unwanted or unloved.
Yeah.
And the main aspect of not being able to speak, mainly go on that. So in my sessions, I use matrix regeneration technique, where we go in and we heal those childhood memories and we release that energetic imprint. But you can use any healing for that, but you need to acknowledge that inner child with that specific memory and
I
make
have
that
tried
child.
to connect with the emotions I felt, but I don't know how to heal them out because started with this thing because I realized probably I was replaying certain patterns in my life.
Yeah.
So, listening to it,
Well,
I
my
gradually
recommendation
realized,
is today I'm only doing the coaching, but
yeah,
I will do another live where I will actually be doing the healing session. So either join me in that, or you can look up my sessions of the matrix regeneration technique. It's a very potent modality, and you will see the many testimonials which are there. But this is how you discover, and then you need to work into releasing the fear, all these emotions that we talk, the fear, the anxiety, feeling the pity, being second class, feeling invisible, not important, the rejection, the worthlessness, the humiliation, the anger, the frustration, the hopelessness, being unloved, unwanted, vulnerable, neglected, helpless, and release all these emotions. So that's what we do in the technique. In the session, we go in and we release these emotions of a specific memory, and then other memories connected to that collapse. Okay?
okay, yeah.
So have you received some clarity now about what the blocks?
Yeah, I probably need to learn how to let go of them. I have been
Yeah, but
trying to,
today is just
yeah,
discovering
yeah,
the blocks.
exactly, yeah,
We'll do another session where we can go into with matrix regeneration technique and heal those memories.
yeah,
Okay, Rashi, thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah, thank you
If you
so
can
much.
just click and you can leave the
Yeah,
broadcast.
yeah,
All right,
okay,
so I can't
thank
see
you.
Lola anymore. Maybe she had to go. And if there is anybody else who wants to join me, should I give again the link? I haven't had the chance to see your comments, but I will see it afterwards. Okay, Naz, if you want to click on the link and just I give permission to StreamYard to access your microphone and your camera. I just posted it above. I'm just waiting for Naz to come in, and whoever else wants can click the link and you can take turns. So thanks everybody who has now joined me. I'm offering this free service of personal coaching sessions of discovering these inner child blocks or wounds which are responsible for blocking your abundance or well-being at present. You don't see the link. Where are you watching from, Naz? Because I am posting. Where are you watching from? If anybody else also wants to watch, wants to come up for a session. If you go to my page, Naz, where I'm broadcasting live, you should be able to see that, or my YouTube channel. So many thanks for watching here live. Thank you very much for your hearts and thumbs up and your shares. I'm just waiting for Naz to come up, or whoever wants to come up. You don't have to have your camera on. You can have, but I do need your microphone on so we can talk. There were quite a few of people that said they wanted to join, but maybe they had to go. There shouldn't be a login code. Anyhow, as I'm waiting, if you have any questions, if you don't want to come up live, but you have any questions also, let me know in the comments. The link is not working for you. I don't know why. Well, if you're watching from your phone, it might be difficult. You might need to be on a computer. It shouldn't be, but maybe that is the issue. Anyone else who would like to come up, or do you have any questions? How to heal the issues? Well, there are many different modalities that one can use to do any kind of healing on an emotional or physical level. I use matrix regeneration technique, and matrix regeneration technique is an energy healing modality. It can be given in person or from distance, and it works on finding the memories, or the memory. If we go back to the first one, would be even better memory that created the the belief or the block or the emotions, and we clear that energetic negative imprint. And we do that with high frequency energies of the five higher rays, as well as the use of sacred codes. And then we go in and re-imprint a more positive uh, memory that is more conducive to your highest and greatest good. All right, it's a pity I don't see anyone else here giving me a question or wanting to join. So I think I will conclude. It's a pity you can't join us, and because we will need to be talking for this session. So many thanks to all of you who have joined. I hope even that session that we had earlier on, you know, as if you have followed it, can also find benefit with it. If you are new, make sure you follow my lives. Click the follow button and the bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live and I offer this kind of sessions. And next time, maybe Naz. Thank you all for being here with me today, for watching, liking, and sharing. I hope to catch up with you with another live in the future. All right, take care. Bye-bye for now.